Thanks for what you guys do. What a tough job with all the vets we have and all the wars we've had and look like we're going to have. Ms. Alice, we're not going to leave you out here. I'm going to ask you my first question. The GAO report referenced in your testimony describes many issues related to the lack of effective promotion of vet centers, specifically ensuring vet centers have data on eligible individuals and their service areas to whom they could reach out. Your report points out that vet centers may be able to obtain some data on veterans in their service area, but it is not tailored enough for vet centers to conduct effective overreach or outreach. What progress has the GAO identified, this situation?
Thank you for that question.
I didn't want you to go to sleep.
What we found was that vet centers were primarily using census data to try to tailor their outreach efforts. And the census data really only goes down to county level, and it doesn't have some of the specific information that would help them be able to target specific veteran populations. And so we made a recommendation for RCS to have some more robust data for the vet centers to tap into. And so RCS is now developing a software solution for vet centers, which would provide vet centers with access to a VA DoD software or a data system that has information on transitioning service members. And it also goes down to the zip code level, so it gets more granular. And then it has more of the demographic information that will help them identify, better identify veterans to outreach to.
So is that software, is it active as we speak? Is it working?
My understanding it's still developing. I'm going to defer to Mr. Fisher.
You are correct. We are still developing, and we will be rolling out that this fiscal year after we go through union notification. And that will give us access to transitioning service members so we can reach out to them. We also have a projection model that allows us to go and get understanding of the counseling needs in local communities, given our unique eligibility, which can also help our outreach staff to go and determine where to do targeted outreach.
Yeah. It's about people, right? It's about having good people, especially doing your job. Mr. Fisher, what happens when an individual comes to a vet center seeking counseling, but it is evident to the counselor that the individual is in crisis, perhaps on the verge of hurting themselves or someone else? What happens next?
It is all about getting that individual to the level of care that they need.
Immediately?
Immediately. That could be to our VA medical center peers. It could also be through the local community healthcare systems, 911.
Is there any follow-up from the processing center following that individual to the VA?
There is follow-up. In fact, we have examples of where staff then accompany that veteran to that higher level of care.
Okay. How do vets and the larger Veterans Health Administration interact with each other when it comes to technology? Do y'all, information, data, do y'all interact pretty well from the processing centers to the VAs?
When it comes to us with our peers at VA medical centers, we have that bi-directional referral where, I think about it, if you walk into a vet center with a broken foot, we've got to get you over to the place to fix that. And that is, our focus is on warm handoffs. Now, I think we have locations and communities that we need to do a better job and work on that relationship, that back and forth.
I had a buddy of mine about 4 years ago. Mental health bad, Navy SEAL. He had seen and done things probably none of us would ever imagine. Had huge problems, but had a tough time getting past the front door at some of our VAs. And again, it's about people. Actually, security had to escort him out because when you get to that level, it's pretty tough. So again, it all goes back to people. I guess that's all I've got, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.